Greetings, brothers and sisters. My name is Musili Kauta, an activist, Kitui gubernatorial candidate for 2027 elections. I've been strongly and vehemently against the leadership of Kalonzo Musyoka, and especially in Ukambani. And many people think I hate or dislike him. Today, my brothers and sisters, allow me to set the record straight regarding my position on Kalonzo Musyoka's politics and ideologies. I want to make it very clear that my differences with Kalonzo Musyoka are not personal. I do not have personal hatred against him. They are not emotional or sensational, but are purely based on principles, based on his leadership and ideologies. For far too long, the Kamba community has fully supported Kalonzo Musyoka, but with nothing in return in terms of development and progress. For over 40 years, the Kamba community has unwaveringly supported Kalonzo Musyoka at the national scale as matters of politics of this country is concerned. But we've got nothing completely to show in return. Kalonzo has failed to chart his own political path, and he always prefers waiting for handouts and endorsements, selling the Kamba community to the highest bidder when it comes to national negotiations. He has terribly failed to be an astute negotiator for the benefit of the Kamba community. Many times, Raila, not even many times, at all times, Raila has lost the presidency. But he has been negotiating with the government of the day through whichever means and strategy to ensure his community and the people who traditionally support him benefit from the resources of the government. But in our case, the Kamba community has been lagging behind for the last 30 or 40 years. The Kamba region is still characterized by poor infrastructure, lack of water, lack of health, illiteracy, and so many issues. The Kamba community is purely underdeveloped. The Kamba community is marginalized. And so if we have a leader of the caliber and the capacity of Kalonzo Musyoka, we do not expect a Kamba community with the natural resources it has, land, and so many opportunities, to be still living in poverty in this age. So personally, I want to say I've got nothing whatsoever against Kalonzo, but I do not agree with his style of politics and leadership. It does not appeal to my senses and reason. And so, my brothers and sisters, those who have heard me and seen me strongly opposing Kalonzo Musyoka, is because I believe that his time is up, his leadership is outdated, and it is not going to propel the region to its developmental stage. Again, as a leader, you need to contribute to the national growth of the nation. If a leader has got nothing to offer from his backyard, how will he provide to the overall growth and progress of the nation we call Kenya? It is going to be extremely impossible. So many politicians have risen to the presidency. Uhuru came, he was an novice, just from the streets, he became the president of Kenya. Ruto came from an MP, fought strongly, became an DP, became the president. Wamunyoro has come recently. He was just a one-term MP, he became DP, he was impeached, but now he is fighting strongly to control the politics of this nation. But for Kalonzo Musyoka, he has been doing absolutely nothing, even to prove that he has the political might and strength to wage a reasonable battle in Kenya's political landscape and context. he proves beyond any reasonable doubt that he is not able to even wage a reasonable war for the presidential seat. He lacks whatever it takes for one to win the presidency. It does not have the resources, it does not have the numbers, it does not have the capacity, the aggressiveness, the ambition, the passion, the mojo that is needed to win a political seat. So for me, for the benefit of the Kamba community, for the future of the Kamba community, and for the overall benefit of this country, as a patriot, I do not think it is wise to support such a politician. To me, I think in this era and in this age, and with the challenges, the world is undergoing some, as in what we call forbidding circumstances, very challenging situations. We are at the verge of economic collapse. The leadership is needed, and is needed at this particular moment. So for me, I don't think I'm convinced enough, and I think I've given enough reasons. I've never been appeased, and I've never been attracted by, or maybe impressed by, the way Kalonzo Musyoka runs his politics. It is not a politics that can be reliable. Africa needs leaders with vision, who are progressive, and who are articulate enough, who are bold enough, who can chart their own path, who can stand for the rights of the marginalized, who can stand for the equity and the well-being of the entire nation. So, my brothers and sisters, I think I've made myself very clear. I've set the record very straight. Why I do not support him, I will never support him. And let me not say I will never support him, but I think I will never convince myself to support him. Let us groom leaders that can take this nation, that can compete with other leaders at the global stage. Let us think and ask ourselves of what happens in America. We don't need every time to be like Abin and decide to go to Europe, to America. We can make Africa look like other nations of the globe. So God bless you so much. I think I've made it very clear, and I think you will bear with me. If you find that my reasons are not enough, maybe you forgive me.